This video is to explain how to take your test for pinyin lessons 1 through 5. Now remember, this year doesn't have tests. This is our syllabus for this year, and there's a category for class participation, assignments, projects, and quizzes, but none for tests because online teaching really isn't conducive for tests. So this is going to go in the quizzes category, and we haven't had any quizzes yet, and that's worth 10% of the grade. So this is going to be worth probably 5 to 10%, depending on whether or not we have any more quizzes this trimester. So it's still worth a big chunk. If you're in cohort A, you'll be taking this quiz in class when we come in next week on the 19th. If you're in cohort B, you'll be taking this quiz at home. Before we take this quiz, there will be 2 practice quizzes. Let me show you how this quiz works. It's a 6-part quiz. If we have to take it over 2 days, because next week is all half days, that's fine with me. For the first part, all you have to do is write in what the tones look like to show me that you know that what first tone, second tone, third tone, and fourth tone look like. And so that's just memorization, knowing which way the lines go. So that's going to look like this. Write in first tone, write in second tone, write in third tone, and write in fourth tone. You're going to have to hand write this. I'm not going to let you type it. This is worth 4 points. The second part is tonal distinction. So I've made a whole bunch of recordings, and you have to listen and write the tone that you hear above the letter. So when you hear da, you're going to write da, or if you hear da, you're going to write da, and do that for all 4. These are each worth 1 point for a total of 8 points. For part 3, you're going to write in the consonants or consonants, okay? So there's going to be an audio file for you to listen to, or 2 audio files. I may have broken it into 2, parts 1 through 4 and 5 through 8. And so you're going to listen, and if you hear z, you'll write in z. And if you hear j, you'll write in zh. And if you hear g, you'll write in the j. And if you hear b, you'll write in the b, and so on for all of them. Now in part 3, to make your life easier, I've drawn in the secret umlauts. So here on the secret umlaut, the answer could be d, or ni, or ji, chi, shu, because L, N, J, Q, X are the only letters we've learned that go with umlaut U. Number 7 won't have a J, Q, or X because there are no secret umlaut U's in part 3. For part 4, you're going to listen to the recording and write the pinyin for the word. You need to include the full pinyin, the consonants, the vowel, and the tone. Each one is worth 3 points. 1 point for the correct consonant, 1 point for the correct vowel, and 1 point for the correct tone. For words with a secret umlaut, like shu, you can write it either with a secret umlaut or with the umlaut written in, no longer a secret. Both will be counted as correct. For part 5, you're going to answer the questions in pinyin or characters. We've learned what these phrases mean, so you should be able to answer them, and you can steal the tones from on top of the words that are given in the question. If you don't know how to answer, check out the answer keys included in the folders in Schoology. For part 6, choose 10 of these radicals and give the English meaning. Right? If you do more than 10, you will not get extra credit. I will grade the first 10 I see, correct or incorrect, and so on. There are 15 there, so there are 5 you can ignore. That's the entire practice test. The test will look exactly like this. You'll have 2 practice tests before the actual test. If you struggle with part 4, I will include in the practice tests folder a file that includes all the words I may choose from to construct part 4. So that if there's any words you find particularly difficult, you can just memorize them. So if you have trouble with R sounds, just memorize that sun is spelled zh. Or if you have trouble with Z sounds, just remember that capital is ZI, purple is ZI. And you could print this document out, fold the cards along this line, glue them together and make them into flashcards if you want to go all out and start memorizing some words.